Hello, my name is Robel Gaither and welcome to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be bringing you guys along on a process of me making this really amazing shoulder bag, and the design of this was inspired by a really funny incident that happened. I kind of talked about it a little bit earlier on in the video, but this bag came out amazing. It is a shoulder bag. The design is so dope and the patterning and everything on this is definitely some of my best work. So I'm going to go ahead and show the bag and talk about it. So let's do that. So this is the bag that I make in this video, and oh my gosh, this is so insane. Do you see the pattern alignment on this? Like, it aligns all the way from the front to the back. Like, it's just so cool. So I call this one Skunker Punker. Again, I kind of go over it a little bit earlier on in the video, but it's this really cool two-tone denim bag. So it's an off-white cream color denim and like a black color denim, and I did this really cool zigzag stitch effect on here with applique to kind of get all of the stripe paneling pieces. I did do purse feet on the bottom, and it's just a really beautiful and amazing bag. I love this design. It's so classy and clean, and just it goes with a lot, and it just looks so amazing. And before we get in the video, I do want to go ahead and say thank you guys so much for 5,000 subscribers. I literally cannot believe how fast my YouTube channel has been growing. I've been having this channel for so long, and I'm finally now kind of getting to a point to where it's kind of growing, and you know, I'm able to do certain things. So I'm really so appreciative, and I want to say thank you so much. And I hope you guys stick around and watch me and my business grow. And then another thing too that a lot of people have been commenting and asking for is digital patterns. I do have my first ever digital pattern currently up on my website right now. It is for this really cute money pouch wallet, is what I call it. And it's to make these really cute wallets. The pattern is $8 on my website. It's really cheap, and I have the full tutorial here on my YouTube channel as well. I'll link the pattern down below in the description box if anyone's interested to buy the pattern to make this, so go check that out. But yeah, with all that being said, if you do want to stick around and watch me make this bag, please do make sure you give this video a big thumbs up, leave a comment down below, let me know what you think, and let's get into the video. All right, so it is currently Saturday, May 4th at 6:14 p.m. and I'm about to start on this really amazing bag. It's a shoulder bag, and it's actually inspired after a really funny experience that happened like a couple weeks ago here. So recently we've been having a lot of skunks in our backyard. So my dad had some people come out and set traps and stuff. So one day, you know, we had our dog go to the groomers, and we came back home 5 minutes later, let him outside to use the bathroom. He got sprayed by a skunk within 5 minutes of being home from the groomers. So it was a really funny experience. And when I was designing, I had a design day like a few, maybe like last week sometime, and I was designing a bunch of stuff, hitting brick wall after brick wall, and I heard my parents downstairs talking about the incident, and I was like, what if I designed a bag that kind of looked like a skunk? And at first I was just playing around. I didn't think I would like it, but it came out freaking amazing. So I'm going to show you the sketch that I did. So this is essentially what I'm going with, and this is so freaking dope. I love it so much. And I did add possibly a few more stripes than what typically would be on a striped skunk, but I wanted to add a few more just to make it a little bit nicer. And I'm not going for like a realistic skunk look, but I wanted to have like that same vibe. And last minute I kind of decided to also add a skunk stripe on the gusset that I think is going to look really cool, and I think this is just going to be a really fun piece. So I'm going to go ahead and show the test piece that I did for this as well. I did want to test the pattern. So this is the test piece that I sewed up for this. Of course, again, this is uninterfaced floppy denim, so it's not going to look exactly how it is, but I kind of drew out the design on here and mapped it out so I can get an idea of what it's going to look like. And I think the alignment on this is really what's going to make this an amazing design. And I also did this really cool, like this is going to be so dope on an actual piece. Like, it's going to be insane. So this is what this looks like. I did a really nice curved flap design closure, and on this one I'm going to do three magnetic snaps. So it's going to be one here, and one there to really close the flap down. I'll talk about that a little bit later on, kind of when I'm showing it. But yeah, so this is the test piece, and I already have all of my pattern pieces cut out. I'm using black denim, and I'm also using this like off-white creamish color denim. And another reason why I almost really wasn't even going to do this bag, because again, this was just playful. I didn't think I was going to like the design, but because of the color combo, especially with this one, I typically don't like to use this because I feel like it gets dirty a little bit more easier, and I really don't like using lighter color denims due to that. but I was really drawn to doing this design, so I'm still gonna do it. But yeah, so I'm using this off-white cream color to do like all of the skunk stripes and stuff. So all of it is cut out. I don't have my pieces interfaced with the Decaville yet because the way that I'm gonna do my overlaying pieces, I like to applique them on with a zigzag stitch, and it's just easier to do it before interfacing. So I'm gonna be using my handy dandy domestic Singer to be doing all of my zigzag applique on here. And I really only use this machine for this technique because my straight stitch Juki, also if you see my little dog right there, that's the one that got sprayed. Say hi, Ace. He's just sitting on the floor. But yeah, my straight stitch doesn't do zigzag, so I have to use my domestic, but that's what I'm gonna use to do all the applique. And I have all my templates already made up. If you know me, you know I love a good template, and I've been using them a lot recently. So I have one made up if I can grab them for all of the pattern pieces. So I have one made for, this is the back. I have one, no, this is the front, this is the back. So essentially what I do is I poke holes, and I'm just gonna take my chalk pencil, dot the holes, and then take it off, connect the lines, and then that's where all my overlaying pieces are gonna be lined up at. And really it's just to help everything be aligned and cohesive. So that's the first thing I'm gonna do, and then I'll check back in and let you know what's next. So yeah, let's start this bag. All right, so I'm gonna do a voiceover for this part because for some reason my audio was terrible, but I was just pretty much showing what I done so far and showing how it looks all printed out on here. And I love how this looks. It looks amazing. And I was almost talking about how it looks kind of zebra print-esque. But yeah, I love how it looks. I just glued them down. And so I was telling you how I'm at my domestic sewing machine, and now what I'm about to do is do a zigzag stitch on the edge. And it's really good because it's going to give it a really nice textured look, but it's also going to seal off those raw edges on all the pieces because they're not hemmed. It's all just raw edges. So I was just showing you that I'm going to now go in and zigzag stitch. And then here I'm showing what the top side of the flap looks like with all of the pieces on there. And then I also showed what the back looks like as well. And then I also showed the gusset because I wanted to show a little bit of what I did. So I actually cut the skunk stripe on this one so that it doesn't go all the way across, because I'm gonna put a bottom support on here. And I've noticed that in the past when I do bottom supports with the applique, if I don't cut it and I just applique all the way across, it just kind of looks a little wonky on the bottom support. Like you can see the stitches through it, and I didn't want that look, so I just cut it so it'll lay nice and flat on there and look really nice and clean. So yeah. So this is the first little row that I did. And when I do this, I kind of like to go over it a few times. This is just the first one, and I'm gonna go probably over one more, but each time I'm gonna kind of go forward, back, forward, back, forward, back a little bit. And it's gonna give it like that thick textured look. So yeah. All right, so it is currently 2 days later. I've been working on doing the applique for like the last 2 days because I've been kind of busy in between working on this bag, you know, working on other things in my life, which I wish I could just focus on bags right now, but I got other things going on. So I'm working on it for the course of the 2 days, and it looks freaking amazing. This is the front. I already went ahead and added the magnetic snaps on. Again, I'm doing 3, just so that the flap lays nice and flat to the bag and it looks cohesive when everything matches up. But I mean, the stitching on this is taking it. She looks freaking amazing. So this is the front of the bag. This is the front of the flap. Looks amazing as well. And then I have the back of the bag right here. And then I also went ahead and did the bottom gusset as well. So again, like I said, I broke it up. So it's this side and then this side, and then the bottom support is going to cover the middle part. And I also went ahead and added the interfacing on the back side of everything. And I also added the snaps on here. So everything is now interfaced. Again, like I said, I like to interface after because it's just a little bit easier. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I have a template made up too. I had to make a separate one because the way that I did the patterning on this, I wanted to make a separate template so that I can do the name tag on after, if that makes sense. So I'm going to pretty much do the same thing that I did for the overlaying pieces, but I'm going to do that so that I can know where my name tag is going to line up. And I'm going to attach my name tag, and then I need to sew the flap together. So I have the back side, which is just going to be plain black denim. I didn't do the patterning on this side. I'm just going to keep it simple. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead, attach my name tag, which I don't know if I brought over here. I don't think I have it on my table, which I do not. Oh wait, actually I did. I'm doing the black denim, and it's going to have, is this gonna focus? Black denim with the off-white cream stitching. I think it's gonna look dope. And with my name on this piece, I don't know if I talked about it, but I hope I did, but I'm putting my name down here because I don't want it to interfere with the patterning on the flap. Let me try to grab it. Sorry, I know I'm doing a lot of talking right now, but I want the patterning on the flap to just be not interfered with. I feel like my name would kind of just throw it off a little bit, and even though it doesn't look bad, I just kind of want it to be just uninterfered, just nice, clean. So hopefully I like it and it doesn't look bad, because typically the way this bag is, just in bag construction, you would typically put it on the flap and have it look nice. That's like the typical positioning of where a name tag should go for this style of bag, but I'm gonna put it on the body and try it different. Hopefully it doesn't throw everything off and look weird. I'm gonna hope it doesn't. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead, attach my name, do all the other stuff, and I'll check back in. So let's do that. All right, so I haven't fully attached the flap yet. All I did was sew it together and top stitch it and snapped it on so that I can kind of get an idea of how it's gonna look matched up. And holy, do you see how freaking dope this is? This literally lines up perfectly and it looks amazing. Like, this bag is about to be like actually insane. I cannot believe the stuff that I'm making. I say this every single time, but I literally can't. So now, since I have this done, I'm just gonna leave that snapped. I'm going to attach the flap to the actual back piece, and once it's attached, it should look something like this, and it's going to pretty much be like one consistent pattern from front to back, and it's gonna be so dope. Like, I'm so excited for this. So I'm gonna go ahead, attach this. I'm gonna put rivets in these corners as well, and then I might do the piping too, or I might do that tomorrow, but we'll see. So that's what I'm about to do. All right, so it's the next day, and I just went ahead and finished up putting on the piping along the exterior of the front and the back. And I think the piping is also gonna really make it pop, especially where the off-white cream color is, just because it'll kind of make it look, I don't know, more consistent, I guess, if that's the word. So this is what the front is looking like. And then this is the back. I did the same thing, put the border on, well, not border, the piping. So now that that's done, I'm gonna go ahead and start on the bottom support. So this is the bottom support right here. I also already marked out where I'm gonna put the purse feet, because I'm using purse feet. I'm gonna use these like flat circular ones. I love, if this will focus, I love using these ones. These have been my favorite purse feet to use recently. They're like these flat circular. And I'm doing antique brass, if this will focus. So it's gonna be antique brass. And I'm gonna be using 5 purse feet on this one because I do not want the bottom of this bag touching surfaces, because I don't want this off-white cream color on here rubbing up against stuff, getting easily dirty. So I'm gonna do 5 to make sure that it's even all the way and definitely sits off of surfaces. So I'm gonna go ahead, sew the bottom support on, which like I said, is gonna cover the little part right there. And again, the reason why I did that, so that the zigzag stitching, it's thick, it will kind of pucker and make the bottom support not lay nice. So by me cutting it so it's not there, it'll lay nice and flat. So I'm gonna sew this on, put the purse feet, and then I'm gonna actually attach it to the front and the back. And then I'll check in and let you know what's next. So far it's been a pretty decent sew, nothing too crazy. It is kind of time consuming so far. I am at 10 hours and 26 minutes so far with everything that I've done. So I'm gonna go ahead, start sewing this up, and then I'll check in and let you know what we're gonna do. So let's do that. All right, so I went ahead and sewed up the gusset to the front and the back, and it honestly wasn't that bad. The curves were, sorry, the curves were a little bit but it really honestly wasn't that bad. I didn't mind it. So I probably, as always, won't be able to see, but this pattern on here is beyond insane. Like, it's so insane. So now what I need to do, since I have this together, is I'm going to start on the lining. And for the lining, I originally was going to do this foresty green color. Please ignore the lighting. This freaking window, the sun is starting to set and it's so annoying. I was originally going to do this color, which I love this color with it, but when I saw the red against it, I was like, I've got to do this. I think it's going to look so amazing. Like, this red looks so beautiful with this. I think this is going to be so cunt and just everything that I want it to be. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the red with this. And I know for someone who typically doesn't like to use red on the inside of my bag, I feel like I have been using it quite a bit more lately than I typically would, but the color, the red just has been looking really good with the bags that I've been doing lately. So I'm gonna go ahead and do red for the inside. And I'm gonna do the same thing that I always typically do. I'm gonna do a zipper pocket, slip pocket, my interior logo, and all that good stuff. I don't know what color I'm gonna do for the zipper pocket on this one yet. I'm gonna figure that out. I might do like an off-white cream color, because all of the hardware on this bag is antique brass, so I might do like an off-white cream with an antique brass coil if I have that. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead, start on the lining, sew that up, and then I'll check back in once I have all that done. So let's do that. All right, so I went ahead and sewed the lining to the exterior, and I also had to go ahead and put a band-aid on because, like always, I hurt my finger. So now that I have the lining attached, which really wasn't that difficult to do at all, I'm just gonna go ahead and turn the whole thing right side out, which hopefully this one isn't too bad to not turn right side out. I'm gonna try my best not to scrape the lighter off-white cream color denim against the black, which it shouldn't color transfer, but just to be safe, I'm gonna try to do my best. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn this right side out, and that's what I'm about to do. All right, so it is the next day, and I went ahead and did the top stitching and everything, closed off the lining, and doing the top stitching was annoying. I had to seam rip 3 times. You won't be able to see it in the last clip because I know it's like one final clip, but I had to seam rip 3 times and redo it, and it was annoying. It was a little difficult, but it looks amazing. Like, do you freaking see this? Oh my gosh, this, like, I cannot believe that I made this. Now, I do have one complaint about this, and it's kind of been making me a little bit sad, which honestly I shouldn't be because I knew it going into this project. I even said it earlier on in this video. The light color gets dirty really easily. So I'm gonna try to see if there's maybe like a protective spray that I can look into, or just like anything of that nature to put on this to keep it from getting dirty, because this would be a bag that someone would have to be like treated like with so much caution. It's almost uncomfortable to wear because you have to be so careful of it. You know, rubbing up against your body, certain colors, like, you know, if you have moisturizer on your hands, oily hands, touching it, the oil trend, like it would just be a little bit of a hassle to wear. So I'm gonna try to see if I can find like a spray that I can put on it. Um, but if not even that, I might just not sell it, which would suck because I feel like most of the stuff that I've been making recently that have been really good designs or just stuff in general that I've been loving, I haven't been able to sell because it has a flaw or something wrong with it. I might raffle it off. That could be a good idea, but yeah, so I don't know why it's making me a little sad, even though I do love the bag. It's just one of those things where it's like, wow, I can't sell this because it's like, I feel like it's also just comes down to I do this as a business, and a lot of the times I really don't talk about this a lot on my channel or just in general, but I'm broke. Like, a lot of the times I'm really broke. So when I make something, it's like I'm going into it expecting like, oh, you know, this is like a possibility of me selling this, da 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 da. And then when I spend so much time like this, I've been working on this bag for over a week now at this point, and I potentially can't sell it. So and I knew that going into it, so I don't know why this is one of the reasons why I didn't want to do this bag, because I knew the colors and it would get dirty. So I don't even know why I'm acting surprised, but I was really just so drawn to the design. I was like, I have to do it, whether regardless of being broke or not. But that's besides the point. So now what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I have all of the stuff for the straps that I'm gonna be doing on this. So I'm doing like a shoulder bag style for this. So these are the little straps. They're like 1/4 inch denim strips, and then I also have these pieces, and I'm gonna do like a nice shoulder pad that the strap is gonna be sewn into. So these are the shoulder pads right here. That's gonna make it a little bit more comfortable on the arm. So essentially what I'm gonna do is sew up the strap and the shoulder pad and then attach it. I'm gonna use eyelets and rivets on the top portion of the flap to do that. And yeah, and then this bag will be done. I'm probably gonna give it another little final press and stuff like that. And I love the red on the inside of this as well. I'm really glad that I did decide to go with the red because it just looks so, it's stuffed right now, but it just looks so beautiful, and it almost gives me like a Cruella de Vil. I hope I said Cruella de Vil, I think I'm saying it right, type of vibe. And another thing that I love that I did too was I added the 3 snaps because it just snaps everything down and makes it look really nice and lined up. So besides all that, I'm gonna go ahead, do the strap, and then that'll be kind of it, and then I'll check back in, get my final thoughts, final shots and stuff like that. So let's do that. All right, so it's been a few days now since I kind of last filmed anything and did any check-ins and stuff. So please ignore the sun setting in the background. I don't have anything to block the top window, so the background is it's gonna change a lot. But yeah, so the bag is done. It came out amazing. So the bag is freaking amazing. I love it so much. And I know in the last clip I was kind of talking about how I was a little sad that, you know, it does get dirty easily, which I knew it was going to do that. So yesterday I was on live on TikTok and I was like, I had decided at the time that, oh, I'm just gonna raffle the bag off, because, you know, I still want someone to have the bag because it's beautiful, it's amazing. It can get dirty really easy. So I'm like, I don't want to pay full price. I don't want someone to have to pay full price for the bag. So I'll just do a raffle, sell tickets for $10. People can buy as many as they want for more chances to win. But today I was talking to my mother and she was like, you know, raffles, you can't just host a raffle, like, because it's kind of, in a way, kind of gambling. So it's like you have to go through permits and register with the county to get license and permits to be able to even do raffles, which I had no idea that was something that you had to do. It's like a lot of legalities with raffles because it's kind of, in a sense, gambling. So I'm not going to be doing a raffle because I just don't even want to go down that route. So I am going to still just sell the bag. I'm just going to discount it at a really fair price. So it's about a 50% discount on the bag. So before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and show before I talk about any of that, I'm just going to go ahead and show like the final shots and talk about it. So the bag, again, it is freaking beautiful. I love the way that this bag came out. The pattern alignment on this is just, mwah, it is a chef's kiss. Like, it is literally beautiful. I can't believe that I got this to line up so amazingly. And I do love the antique brass hardware on this one. I did decide to, again, to go with the 5 purse feet on the bottom. I think it's going to be a nice touch and just protect the bottom. And then the skunk stripe that I decided to do on the side, that was the perfect little touch because I feel like it just makes it cohesive all the way around and it's not just plain. And I really just, again, love the pattern alignment on this. It's one of my favorite things. And I think this is some of the cleanest pattern alignment that I've done on a bag. Like this, again, please ignore the sun. It's kind of annoying, but this is insane. And on the back, it's not 100% perfect. Like there's a few areas where it doesn't hit perfect, like right here and a little bit on this side and that, but it still just looks so clean. Like the fact that I was even able to do this, and it's with denim, like this is insane. So again, the inside is this really beautiful red. I decided last minute to do the red. It's also waterproof. It's kind of hard to show. Waterproof, has a zipper pocket back here with my interior logo, and then I did the slip pocket on this side. And it's a really nice size bag. Like this bag is a really good size to fit like your phone, wallet, cash, receipts, chapstick, maybe no, I'm not gonna say that. Anything that you might really need to carry out and about. So this is how the bag looked. It's amazing. So originally this bag, if I were to have sold it, you know, regular retail price, it would be retailing for $800 and I want to say $26. But I'm going to be selling it for $425. So I am still kind of upset that I'm not able to do the raffle. Because I really wanted to sell it at a lower cost so that it wasn't as like low risk for someone else. You know, because the $10, you buy one $10 ticket and you have a chance to win this bag, it just may get dirty easily. So hopefully there is someone who still buys it and will appreciate and love it. And it is still also a beautiful work of art. That's one thing that I really want to emphasize. Like there's nothing wrong with it. The bag came out flawless. It's beautiful. It just can get dirty. And I was looking for fabric protectors and things like that. But all I was finding was like upholstery protectors for like outside furniture, like waterproofing it. I'm like, I don't need that. And they say that a lot of that stuff is really not good for your skin. Like it's just hazardous for the body. So I'm like, I don't want to put it on the bag. And if someone's like rubbing, like gets on, I'm like, I don't want to harm anybody. So yeah, the bag is wearable. It's still beautiful. This is how it looks on. As you can see, it is gorgeous. Like this bag, it is such a statement piece. Like I'm telling you, like even just from this view, ignore my terrible all black outfit, but this, it's just, I can't believe that I made this. And again, it was inspired by my dog getting sprayed by a skunk, which is just what I feel like makes it cooler in a sense, because it's really rare when I'm able to kind of capture a moment or a memory of something and put it into a bag. That's very rare, so I'm really glad that I was able to do that. But yeah, this bag is going to be retailing for $425 on my website. It is currently available. It does come with the duster bag, and I might make a matching wallet to go with it as well. So if you're watching this video, it is up. You can go get it. But yeah, I thank you guys for watching this video. I really hope that you guys watch all the way through, and I again want to say thank you so much for 5,000 subscribers. I literally cannot believe that I hit that milestone. But yeah, just make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe, hit that bell notification so that you can be notified when I do upload. And all of my social medias and website and all that stuff will be linked down below. Again, the pattern for this is also on my website. That will be linked down below as well, because a lot of people have been asking. It's an $8 pattern. I have the tutorial up here on how to put it together. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video, where I hope I'm a little bit more happier with my fabric choices. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you and talk to you guys later. Deuces.